Welcome to When Marriage and Purpose
Collide, the podcast.
So, babe, what is this podcast about?
Well, we have a story.
We do we?
We met online, got engaged a year later, and married 6 months after that. You know, happily ever after.
I mean, sorta. We're not perfect, but we want to give you a sneak peek on the conversations we have on a daily basis as we live life on purpose.
Whether you're single and dating with a desire for marriage, engaged, or season in your marriage.
Our discussions are centered around faith, purpose, and relationships.
Because when marriage and purpose collide, there's a new direction, new momentum that deeply impacted our lives and still does.
We're just inviting you along for the ride.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Yo, what's up?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of When Marriage and Purpose
Collide.
The podcast.
Yeah. How was your week? I just started out. Hey, how's your week?
I know, gosh. Just lay it on me.
Yep.
It was good. It was actually a better week than it was last week.
Yeah.
It was a better week. I just felt different. I felt like God gave me the strength, and I felt God's strength move.
Okay.
Not that it wasn't there last week. It was just that I felt like, I'm like, thank you, God, for this extra bit of piece of strength you gave me for this week.
Yeah.
In all facets, from work, from
weather,
home. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
But I think also knowing that the weather next week is going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
It's helpful.
60, 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a 70, 80, but
it's
that'd
coming.
be all right.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, what about you? How was your week?
It was normal, actually. Well, no, I'll take that back. It was normal other than the snow. Other than that, everything else was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm probably still kind of recovering from shoveling all day.
That's the thing. Shoveling at work, y'all.
Yeah.
So, he be shoveling at work.
They want me to fight snow while it's snowing.
He be shoveling?
All right.
Anyway, so this episode, we decided to do something a little bit fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit fun. I know we've been on a serious side a lot of times, and maybe not so serious, but we just want to do something different. So we talked about it, and I'm gonna have
I'll
DJ take it from there because I'm leading this on too much.
Okay. It's usually one of those hypothetical thoughts that I sometimes have, but it's a little fun. Basically, would we have dated in high school? But of course, two different times. But if we was thinking of it,
mm-hmm.
and say we did go to high school at the same time, would we have dated?
First, I would pause right here.
Go ahead. Because
the reason you say that is because he always wants to make sure everybody knows about this difference of years we have. That's why he said 2 different times.
Yep.
So
she robbing the cradle.
I graduated high school in 2002, graduated college in 2006, and you
just went to high school 2002, 3.
Yeah.
And then graduated high school 06.
I still feel like your years are off, like you just...
Yeah, I was off by 1 year.
Yeah, you just had an interesting life of education.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I always...
Not in a bad way.
Yeah. I mean, no.
But would we have dated?
Okay, so say the question again, because people...
Would we have dated...
In high school?
In high school.
No.
Gosh.
No, go ahead.
What you said before?
I just wanted to do a quick answer, but go ahead.
Okay. I think with me, it would depend on the scenario. If we was actually in the same school together or just in the same, area.
I'll go with... I don't know.
I think for you, it probably would have been better if we was at the same school.
Okay, let's do same school.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say we were at the same school.
Because I can't sit there and put the same rules I had back then.
What were your rules?
Well, I guess my one and only rule really was I wouldn't date within school. I dated outside of school.
That's weird.
No, basically because I had I guess you call it a girlfriend in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't go well, so I was like, nope, no more.
What relationship in 8th grade goes well?
Exactly. Well, okay, kind of off topic, but on topic. Mm-hmm. It's different. I don't know if it is different for men, but I notice a lot of men who carry those kind of like, I don't know, like issues or trauma. Mm-hmm. It usually starts around that time. Elementary, middle school. They remember that.
Oh.
Ever since then.
Because I remember this dude, honestly, in high school, and he had this crush on this girl, mm-hmm. upperclassman. He had to be freshman, maybe sophomore. I remember he brought flowers. He did all the things. Crushed. And right in front of everybody.
Oh, well, yeah. In that case, he ain't never going back to what he used to
played, like...
He probably turned into a dog, too.
It was just horrible. It was just... we felt so bad for him. But that was... Just thinking back, so when you say that, it's kind of interesting, like...
Mm-hmm. It could be something. It could have been 4th grade where she, like, no, on the little yes or no, no. Mm-hmm. And since then, he's carried this vendetta of, I'm never doing that again.
Because I think men, y'all are the ones to always approach. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably why you carry that, mm-hmm. I would say. That's what you think? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry.
So, yeah. So, for me, it was 8th grade. Since then, I was just like, nope. But anyway.
That's what I was trying to get back to. You went back to 8th grade. I was going back
I had to explain.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway. So, same school.
Okay.
Without the rules. Would you have dated me? Well, first, would you even seen?
Without
you probably would have seen all the other boys. Oh, they cute.
No, so for me, I was always the one to look past the popular guys.
Oh, well,
because I wasn't a popular girl. The reason why I like a lot of the teen movies, the ones where the girl was like the nerd or the one that wasn't seen or whatever, and then they have the whole makeover thing and all that, because I felt like I was that type of girl in high school. So now normally in those movies they are attracted, or you see them, attracted to the varsity player or whatever, the popular guy,
and
kind of
he's
thing.
Mean at first, and then somehow
they end up at the end
because he
go
tricked into
yeah,
talking to her, and then they become friends and
became friends and all that stuff, and then
I don't care, guys, I'm gonna fall in love.
Forget her friends, and then her friends be mad because she's dating Tommy, and like now and then at the end he's prom king, and then she's automatically somehow becomes prom queen.
Oh, you know how. Anyway, that's what she's
that's what I'm referring to. But I love movies like that. But for me, I felt like that. But I was often attracted to guys who were like or had crushes on guys who weren't the ones that were always popular.
Okay.
They were the ones that were behind the scenes, or just not out there, And so, what was your personality like then in high school?
Definitely not that. I was not out there. I was not popular like that. Well, at least I didn't think I was. Mm-hmm. Quiet. Mm-hmm. Usually just went into class, did my work, and got out. Probably the same mentality I got with work. You ain't get out.
Get out.
I ain't up in there talking to nobody.
So I probably would have seen you, but I would have not expected you to approach me or whatever. Like, how were your what kind of friend group were you around?
You already know my friend group.
What kind of friend group were you around for the people to know?
Oh, okay. It was random. It was very random.
Like how?
Well, they was all goofy, but they all had different kind of friend groups within their friend groups.
You have a diverse
I know,
personality group in your
like
friend group.
one hung out with the basketball people because he was on a basketball team. The other hung out with like other white kids and listened to heavy metal.
I knew who that wasn't.
Yeah. The other hung out with the popular kids, but I mean, he was like the in-betweener in a way.
So what were you in that group? Like, how did you fit? I mean, I guess you fit because you were odd.
I was like the quiet oddball. Like, I still made jokes and stuff, but it was usually just with them.
I think the funniest story you told me was when somebody got into a fight and can you share that? This is how I know probably if I would
You talking about the lunchroom fight?
It don't matter. It was a fight that happened, and did you get in it or not?
No, okay, so my boy, the tallest one, basically, somebody was throwing, I think they was throwing food, they was just throwing food. So he had straight up said, like, if anybody throws food at me, I'm going to hit him. Somebody threw some food at him. So he got up, and I got up with him, and I heard him, did a little bear hug.
To hold him down.
No, I was like, nah, don't do it.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I'm thinking of him being on a basketball team and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, don't do it and stuff. So he tried to wiggle out. I just picked him up, doing this and stuff. I was like, nah, you ain't getting it. He's like, oh man, I ain't gonna do nothing. All right, I let him go. He already can sped walk over there. So I'm going with him. I grabbed him again, but the dude punched him in the face. So I let him go. I was just like, all right.
So you was like the level-headed one.
Yeah.
In the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even
yeah, pretty much.
Even fast forward.
Pretty much, yeah.
You were like the level-headed one in the group. Yeah, I see what you mean. So, okay. For me, like, a lot of my friends left after my sophomore year. So I was like trying to find a group to be a part of.
They moved
they moved away. Oh, okay. They moved away. Went to different school districts.
Okay.
Out of town, whatever. So I was kind of left like, okay, who am I gonna hang out with? Like I didn't know. So I was like, I hanged out with the Asian groups. I hanged out with the black kids. I hanged out with. I was able to hang out with different people during that time. So I never really found a close knit group of people. So I was kind of free willy-nilly in that group. So in most cases, I probably would have seen you, but I probably wouldn't have approached you. Now the question is, would you have approached me?
It depends.
Because you were so like, what grade level?
That's what I was about to ask. If it depends on the grade level. If it was senior year, then I probably would have came and talked to you because I had more confidence within myself. Junior year, it depends. It depends if we had like the same class and somehow.
Okay, so let's say we had the same class.
In that case, then eventually it'll probably just like led into a friendship, and then probably
I would have seen the friendship. Yeah. I would have definitely had a crush on you.
It probably jokes and stuff like that, and then eventually, I think I like her.
Yep, I would have definitely.
You probably would have never said nothing until I said something. Though.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because that's how I was.
Yeah.
I remember not telling the dude I liked him until years later. He all married and stuff, and I finally came out and told him.
I liked you, right? It's like, too late now.
Yeah, I remember somebody told me that. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I definitely. Yeah. So for me, like, even my ambitions, like what I was into, I remember I rededicated my life to Christ around that time. We started going to a new church, and I remember I was just head like strong. Like I would carry my Bible to school. Spiritually, how were you?
Not there. I mean, I believe in God, but I was not where I am now.
Yeah. So I
think that would have been the major difference.
But I still, because of me being a teenager, I've never had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have said that too. Never had a boyfriend before. Was interested in guys. This is new to me. Like, I went to prom with one of my good guy friends, and only reason I went to prom with him is because the date that he had couldn't go.
Fleet.
And so we were like, you free, I'm free.
Let's go.
And so I didn't go to junior prom because I felt like, why go to junior prom when we have senior prom?
Yeah. I went to too many proms.
So.
And not because I wanted to. It was more like because my dad was DJing. But you know,
and
that's
you went to all the different schools.
Mm-hmm.
So what was I getting at?
Basically, ambitions.
Ambition. I already knew what college I was going to. I already knew what major. Kind of senior year. I already knew what major I was getting into. Knew I was leaving out of state. I knew that. I knew I was trying to graduate, and I had like this vision. So I don't know if you would have distracted me or helped me.
Both. My ambitions was not that strong like that. It was more like, especially junior, I was not thinking about that because I already had A+ program. So I was just like, well, I'll do community college and move on to, whatever I want to do at the moment. I think way before that I wanted to be a doctor, and it switched. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Like for the longest, I think from that all the way to freshman year, I think my first grade, freshman year, I was like, I want to be a doctor. I just like helping people. Then freshman year, I was just like, I don't want to help nobody. But
yeah. So, but you didn't. You knew you just want to graduate, and that was kind of
graduate and at least have some kind of higher education. But I didn't know what exactly I was going to do or where I was going to go.
We probably would have had a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care.
Yeah.
My parents was trying to get me to stay at home, trying to do things to make me stay put in California, and I was like, I don't care what y'all do. I am going to Atlanta, Georgia. I am out. So we definitely probably would have had a long distance, or we would have separated. Like we would have been like, well, you do your thing, I did my thing. And then we probably would have been like the movies where we would came back.
That probably would have been your choice. Well, it's not going to work out because you're too far away.
Yeah, it probably would have been my choice. Because I would have thought, just like we was dating, I would have thought that you would still seeing other girls.
I would have been doing the same thing. What you doing right now? Playing the game? You ain't playing the game.
Exactly.
So,
and I was immature. So yeah, definitely, I would have definitely ended it. So I don't even know what.
Gosh.
Would we have dated? Yes. Would have lasted?
Probably
No.
not.
No.
I already thought that before too. Actually, I said it when we talked about it before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if it would have kept on going because where you was going to hit it compared to what I was doing at the time, it wouldn't mesh. Now, it would have changed some things. Like a lot of things that I did senior year would have changed.
What you mean?
Because a lot of the stuff I was doing towards the end of my junior year kind of like influenced my senior year as far as dating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if we was to date my junior year, it would have changed a whole lot of what I was doing. And I probably would have went on track on finding what I was trying to do.
With your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't even know how to wrap it. Like, what's the moral?
I don't know. We was just talking about it.
No, because it just goes to show. Because I know there are a lot of people who are high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
And you think about it now, and you're like, how would y'all stay? How? I still know a couple right now who's still together from high school, and I believe they're still together. I don't know. Pandemic changed a lot for people.
Well, I think the only reason we probably brought it up was the difference between when we met and then if we actually met at that time. Just to show that how different it is between then and now.
Sure.
Because, like you said, we probably would have dated, or probably just would have been really good friends. But I don't think it would have.
It would have been like the movies.
It would have taken some changes. Yeah, it probably would have been.
I'm in the romantic comedy, so I'm going to say.
You probably would have hit me up later on, like, what's he up to?
Exactly. I would have done that. So since I'm a romantic comedy buff, I'm going to say this. I would have we would have not been together for a while. Probably in my middle 20s.
I see that.
I would have found you on Facebook. Now the question is, would you have reached out? Because
Probably
you
not.
don't be on social media like that.
Well, that and I usually never. That's the only rule I had. It never go back.
So,
But if we would have ended on like good terms or something like that, and like, hey, if we talked about it, and if it was something like that, it wasn't no like, oh, there's another guy kind of thing, then most likely I would have considered. But if it was like something that was just like a breakup and I knew why and it wasn't good, I would have just like, I ain't going back.
yeah. So, the location would have been something though, because how I ended up in Kansas City was something too. So,
yeah.
But I think we would eventually.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say romantic comedy version.
We come on back, love letters, pen pals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, yes. I said no at the beginning, so yes.
Okay.
We would have, well, yes, we would have dated. But yes, we probably would. We would have been long term and eventually led to marriage.
Yeah.
That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. All right.
Well, hope y'all enjoyed
thank
that.
y'all for tuning in.
We just a filler episode for y'all anime buffs.
What?
Filler episodes.
That's what they call them?
Sure. They call fillers, yeah.
Fillers, that's a regular term.
Oh, is it? They have that on regular TV?
I thought so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You anime buff man.
Yeah, I don't be watching the regular TV like that. They be having in Grey's Anatomy and stuff. They have filler episodes. They have the main story and then they just add some fun stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Station 19, Grey's,
My bad.
Scandal.
For everybody who watches.
There's fillers.
Okay.
You don't get into that. That's when you be in my shows messing up my time.
You be like, I'm like, man.
But you be cutting through and putting scenes and disagreeing with stuff that you can't disagree
Nah.
because you didn't see the beginning episode.
I be criticizing they acting and what they be doing, especially in the African movies. That'd be hilarious.
Hilarious. Anyway,
The
second time to end it. We talk to y'all later. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this fun episode. Come back next week for the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to When Marriage and Purpose Collide, the podcast, with your hosts, DJ and Lucretia. And we hope you enjoyed our conversation and advice. If you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch the latest, you can follow Lucretia M. Haley, that's Lucretia M. Haley, on Instagram, and subscribe to Cree Speaks Life on YouTube. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.